What's up, guys? Bucky here. Today I'm going to be discussing a theory lore-wise that I have about Yeeps. I will be calling this theory the evil gnome theory because it sounds kind of cool. So first we have to start at the start of gnome civilization. Anyways, we're gonna start at the beginning of gnome civilization. The civilization that I suspect to be coming first. I think this for one reason. Facility X and the original, I don't know what it was called, but in 1.0, the Facility X of 1.0, you know what I'm talking about. Those two things imply gnome experiments. Now, here's the deal. What experiments are they conducting? Really, is what this boils down to. What experiments are they conducting? And we're never really given an answer, but I think if you just look, you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. Basically, if the gnomes came first, they're running experiments, right? What if we're experiments? What if the gnomes in 1.0 were just a false sense of security and they're always watching? This would explain one thing: why mic bans happen. If the gnomes are always watching, they can force us to follow their rules. So, how do the devs play into this? Which is what I want to talk about next. I think that the devs are not inherently evil, lore-wise. However, I do think that they do have some motive here, because I believe the devs were the ones that were created first. They were trained, kind of secluded from the other experiments. They were separated and trained to be the most creative and most cognitively excellent Yeeps, we'll say. This is why they're the powers above all Yeeps other than gnomes. The gnomes created them to create for them, but we know the gnomes can build by themselves because of gnome capital. If the gnomes came first, that would have been what would have been first. Now you may be thinking, if 1.0 came before 2.0, then how would the 2.0 dimension even exist? And I think it's because the 1.0 dimension is artificial. I'm gonna need you to hear me out for a second. Look around me. Look at this terrain. Look at that terrain. Look at the trees. Look at the lakes. Look at how the water functions. Why, if 1.0 came first and wasn't artificial, why wouldn't 1.0 have this natural terrain and this natural water? In 1.0 we didn't really have water. I mean, we kind of did, but you know what I'm trying to say here. It wasn't really naturally occurring. It was given to us later on. We're experiments created by the gnomes. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.